Our oceans are now better protected by a UN treaty that was nearly 2 decades in the making. The UN High Seas Treaty essentially promises to put 30% of the high seas, that's oceans that don't belong to any one nation, under marine protection agreements by 2030. That's a key part of the UN's commitment to help fight the climate crisis. It will end up controlling things like shipping and fishing and deep sea mining, but it's also helped nations to agree to fairly share newly discovered resources. It helps the planet because the oceans are a critical part of keeping the Earth in balance. They absorb nearly a quarter of the planet's carbon dioxide, they generate nearly half of our oxygen, and they absorb a lot of the excess heat that we generate too. Without life in the oceans, there is no life on the planet. And the oceans are threatened by pollution, by overexploitation, like fishing, and of course by global warming. So this treaty agreement has come not a moment too soon. The High Seas Treaty is a big deal because it's taken so long to get here, nearly 2 decades, because 193 member states, members of the United Nations, just couldn't find a way to agree on all the disparate bits, the legal coverage of how to behave in a certain area, deep sea mining rights, what to do with newly discovered resources, things like fishing and shipping all coming into play. Now, previously, nearly 1% of the world's high seas were under some degree of protection. Now we're up to 30% by 2030, and that is going to make a huge difference to the planet if the treaty can be properly implemented and enforced.